It says stream is live. Okay, cool.
Okay. Hey, kings and queens. Just here, your mortgage consultant. How y'all doing?
Hi, I'm Naima. I'm a real estate agent. Are you on in my live as well?
Yes, I'm on your live. No, it just says request to join.
Okay.
What request to join? All right. So, guys, we are live on both Instagram and YouTube. So, that's why it's a little confusion here, but we're about to get it together.
Yes. We are definitely about to get it together. Make sure everything works. Uh, it still says you're not on mine.
It's saying request to join, but let me close it out. Come back in.
Okay. So when
Okay.
it still says you're not on mine.
Okay, request to join, send request. It didn't send you the request?
Is this it? Okay, it worked. I think. No, it didn't. It just said it sent the request and it didn't pop up on my screen that you're in.
Okay.
Oh, it worked now. All right, let me turn it all the way down so it's not an echo.
You see. How is this?
This works. I can't see if somebody comes in. Yeah, but like 3 people have just, but it's still not. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're here today to talk about real estate. I am a mortgage lender with Mortgage Experts. We are licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And Naima and I have partnered up. She is a real estate agent. You tell them a little bit about what you do, Naima.
Okay, yeah. So, my name is Naima Camara. I am a real estate agent licensed in Maryland, and I am here to the home buying process from start to finish and educate you and make you feel comfortable within the process.
All right. Now, Naima and I have an event coming up next week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, wow.
So excited.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. The event is going to be a sip and paint. Give them the date and time and location and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, so all the is on my Instagram. And if the event says sold out, that's okay. You can definitely email me and I'll a wait list and we can get something situated because this is not a one-time. It is definitely something that you should join if you are looking to find some more information about the home buying process, the lending process, and enjoy a community event where you get to sip and paint and enjoy just the atmosphere and socialize. So I'm really excited about it.
Yes, me too. It's going to be really, really fun. And we're going to educate you on the home buying process. Now, if you don't know, there are several revolving things that happens when you buy a house. You have to work with your lender first to get pre-approved. And then you work with Naima to find your home and then be able to purchase the home. And then once you go under contract, you come back to me and we take you through the rest of the underwriting process. So there are your realtor, your lender, your title company, your appraiser, your home inspector. So in this seminar, we're going to teach you step by step what it takes to buy a home, especially if you're a first time home buyer. We're here to educate you on the process so you'll be well informed when it's time for you to buy your house. So today we decided to go live just to talk about the spring market because spring starts mid March. However, the real estate spring market starts next month. So,
Yes, 100%.
yeah.
It is so important that you get started right away because this is probably from trend year after year. Around the time it the lowest prices are going to be before the spring market. So you want to jump ahead of time and be ready for um, there's an influx of buyers in the market that you're competing against in order to get your house. So right now you are starting to talk to your lender. You are starting to look for those houses. You're down everything you want. You're scoping out your neighborhoods that you need, gathering your paperwork that you might need in order to buy a house. Or maybe you are getting your credit rate so that you can buy a house, or getting to family members and looking for new jobs if you look for a different area. So all of these things are so important in January so that you are preparing yourself to that spring market.
Yes, I love that. So we're here to promote getting ready early because most people, once it starts to warm up, they say, okay, I'm ready to buy a house. And then the market warms up. And then, so right now we're in a buyer's market. What a buyer market means is there are more buyers on the, there are more homes on the market than there are buyers. So that gives you as the buyer the leg up. However, the more buyers that come out and join the market, the more the market starts to shift. So yeah, we want to help you get ready and be prepared. So once you get your pre-approval, you go ahead out there and you start shopping, and you'll be ready to write an offer as soon as you find that home that you love.
Yes, because you can't buy a house without getting pre-approved first. You can't even look for a house before getting pre-approved. You don't want to fall in love with this $1 million home and you're pre-approved for maybe a $500,000 home. So that's why it's important to get that first, and then start moving into the market and start looking for the things you like. Maybe you want a condo or a townhouse, but there are more homes in the market right now. So, like Sandra was saying, it is a buyer market. There are more homes on the market right now, so you have the upper hand. And once more buyers come out, then the market's going to shift. It's going to be more competitive, and if you like the house, there's probably 10 other people who like the house as well. And with my help as an agent, I will help you get the best offer to get accepted. But we also need to know the work with the market as well.
Right. Absolutely. So if you guys want to come out next week, just make sure she'll give you the email, join the waiting list. If we have some people that cancel, you'll definitely get fit in. It is a free event. You don't have to pay to participate. But we are here. Even if you cannot come to the event, we are here to educate our buyers. So when you come to us, I'll explain the whole lending process. Naima will walk you through the whole realtor process. So
Yep.
These are two separate things, but we work together as a team, and we pride ourselves on educating our buyers and making sure that you're well informed. So it's not the end all to be all if you can't make it to this event. We have other events coming that you guys, we'll make sure we put out there. And yeah, anything else you want to add, Naima?
Well, I actually had a couple of questions that people might want to know. Okay. Or maybe if you can make it to the event or you can't make it to the event, what is one thing that you should do to prepare for this upcoming market on the lending portion? What is one thing you might be able to do away from this?
The one thing you should be able to do is make sure you have all your documents prepared. Some people think that credit is the biggest end all to be all when it comes to home buying, but no. FHA allows you to buy a house down to a 580 credit score. We do have some second chance programs that allows you to go down to 500. So credit isn't the biggest thing. Credit is important because it determines your down payment sometimes, and it determines your interest rate. So of course we want you to, the higher the interest rate, the better, but it's not the only deciding factor. The next thing is getting your documents prepared. We are going to ask for your most recent pay stubs for the last 30 days, your last 2 months of bank statements, your W-2s for the last 2 years. So right now we're in 2026. We're going to need your 2025 and your 2024 W-2s. However, with your federal tax returns, because the taxes aren't due until April the 15th, we can use your tax returns from 2025 to 2024. So don't let that stop you. You say, oh, I got to get my taxes done first. We don't need to see your 2026 taxes to get you in the house. So as long as you have your 24 and your 25, you're good. We're going to need to see if you have any savings accounts, any mutual funds, anything that has a cash value, any retirement accounts, cash value life insurances. We can use those. That always looks good on your application because it shows the bank that you're responsible and you have reserves. All of those could be used as reserves. And what's reserves? Reserves is what you have in the bank or what you have in your savings or any type of thing that you can liquidate to help you pay your mortgage just in case life happens. And life happens to everybody. So, the reserves look good on your account. So make sure you have all of those statements. You have your tax returns. You have your copy of your ID, your social security card, all of those type of documents. Get all those together, upload them to your computer, put them in your folder, and that will make the process go a lot smoother when you're ready to start your application.
That actually sounds like some really good information. And I really feel like when some, because they get to meet in person at our event on the 29th, there might be some buyers that come in who are super excited. This is I'm buying a house, and they might have those documents ready. Are they able to speak to you right after the event, get it pre-approved?
Absolutely. I'll have my laptop there. I can walk you through filling out the application. It's not a hard process. Now, once you fill out the application, it takes me anywhere from 24 to 72 hours to get your pre-approval out. So why would it take you that long? Sometimes I go through your application like I'm an underwriter. And it's important because when I pre-qualify you, I don't skip over things. It's important for us that if I see any issues that I think may arise when we get into underwriting, that we address them up front. So when we get into underwriting, all of those things I already know. Okay, you have a large deposit on this day. I need to verify that large deposit. Let's get those documents over here. So once we get into underwriting, you can close quickly. What does it mean by closing quickly? What does that mean on your end, Naima?
We can go anywhere from days to 90 days. So we got to make sure everything is straight on the seller's end and on our end. So, but it sounds like that's down to making sure we close quickly on our end. Yes. But we got to work with those sellers to make sure that they are able to sell within the time frame that we are ready to move on.
Yes. So
that helps us, gives us a leg up.
Absolutely.
Writing offers.
Absolutely. So when she writing an offer, if we tell them we can close this in 21 days, in opposed to your competition may say they need 60 days, who do you think they're going to choose? So we try to make sure.
Want to go to another house? They don't want to pay 2 mortgages.
Exactly.
They're wanting to sell the house as soon as possible. So that looks really great on the application.
Yes. So some people say, oh, why are you asking me for all this? And why we got to do all of this? Let's get it out of the way now. I already know the underwriters are going to ask for it. It makes the process go smoothly Because once you go out there with Naima, you find a house and you're ratified. The house isn't yours quite yet until we finish the underwriting process and you get fully approved for your. So I do a pre-approval, but you have to get fully approved by the May. So it's important for us to address anything that might be a hiccup in the process up front. So we'll be prepared when the underwriters ask us for certain documents.
Yes, that's great. So that's another question that about my so then people have asked me these questions, and I know we're definitely going to talk about it at the event, so we don't have to get too much in it. It's a little sneaky, but I do want to know: is this that people give out for like grants or loans that may be available to you when you are looking for that your perfect home?
Absolutely. Most counties have programs that they offer, some state programs that they offer, and we also have several programs in-house that we offer here at Mortgage Experts that we can use to help you with your down payment and closing costs. Just remember that a lot of these programs are loans. Sometimes they're silent seconds where they're forgivable after a certain amount of time. And we'll get into the details later because, when I start talking about mortgages, I get excited. But we'll get into that deeper. But just remember this, no money is free money. Okay. I'm just going to leave it there and I'll explain more at the class. So. Yeah, so if I were you, I would show up. I would be excited. Even if you're in the early stage of looking at house or wondering, sometimes I feel a little bit intimidated going up to somebody in the profession and asking them questions, but we are more than happy to answer any questions that they have. Because we are here to help you and to educate you on the process. And so we that people leave on the tables. They're like, oh, there might not be any money. I can't afford a down payment right now, and I can't afford all these things. But you don't know yet until you are sitting there in front of somebody. And some people are like, oh, what is the market like? I'm not sure. I don't know what a buyer's market mean or a seller's market. And I'm here. I can sit there and talk about it all day with that you can understand. And this is a no pressure event where you're not signing any paperwork or anything like that. But I will hope by the end of the event you feel cool enough to work with us, or you just leave feeling very educated on the problem. Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry, my son keep calling me. I'm about to send him a text real quick. Let him know I'm on live. I agree. And if you want to do a buyer's consultation, we do that all the time. Yes. Here, so you can definitely DM either of us and we'll schedule a time where you can sit with me or sit with her or sit with both of us together and we can answer any question that you have. Remember that buying a house is usually the largest purchase that you'll make in your life. So it is important for you to be well informed. So do not sit back and say, I didn't want to ask, or that's a dumb question. This is your money. This is your largest investment. So do not be afraid to ask. So we're always open to any question that you have. And no dumb question except when you didn't ask. That's right. I completely agree. That gladiator team, so go the list. Because sometimes people will have a realtor, they don't know a lender, they find their lender themselves, and you don't have that teamwork that a lender is working together to help you and to get the best result. We just want you to be able to feel comfortable with whatever decision that you make. Absolutely. Yes, we're here to support you through this process. Yep. So give us a call if you need us. Anything you want to say before we close out? Just letting people know the market is hot. The market is hot. So you're more than welcome to reach out at any time. Yes. DM, happy to answer questions. Need a home buyer. I have one. If you would want to understand the buying process a little bit more,
yeah, I'm here, and so it's on.
Okay, so let me last recap the steps. If you're sitting there now, like I'm ready to buy my house, I don't want to get caught up in the traffic jam that is the spring market. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get ready. First thing you should do is reach out to one of us, and we'll schedule a consultation call with you. The next step is getting pre-approved. Naima cannot properly show you properties unless she knows what your buying power is, what we call it. So you have to get a pre-approval to know what you can shop for. So you call me, we start an application, you submit your documents, I issue you a pre-approval. Once that's done, Naima starts to throw you out what? The emails, tell them about that part.
Yeah, because you're on a search alert. Market becomes market. So you are search alerts, we tools as a get you ready for the process. So we use tools like you can go on Zillow, or you can set. We have so high and searching tech. You also are in conversation with other realtors to help you that house that you want. So we're putting you're writing down everything you want. Do you want 2-car garage? You want 5-bedroom, 3-bedroom, townhouse? I'm helping you get that information. That's only 2% of what I do because I get that house too. Mm-hmm. So then we're searching for the houses, and now we're working on getting you that house, planning those contracts to use, so get it on the price point that you. Yes.
And then once you find that house, Naima, I want it. She get to work, she submit that contract, and then if the seller accepts it, you are ratified. Congratulations, the house is almost yours. Once that happens, Naima's going to send me that ratified contract, and then I take it from there. Okay. All right. Once that happens, once you're ratified, Naima sends that ratified contract to me, and then I take it from there. So now you and I and my loan coordinator are working together. Hey, underwriters need this document, that document, explain this, explain that. And you may have, then you're going to pay for your appraisal. The appraisal is ordered. Appraiser comes back, tell us that the house is worth what you're asking, what they're asking you to pay for. The appraisal is important because the bank is only going to lend you what the house appraises for, nothing more. So be mindful of that. Go through the underwriting, and then once we finish all of that, you are what? Clear to close.
Yes.
That's when you know the process is done, final approval. You go to closing and you come get your keys. So yeah, that's the process in a nutshell. We'll get more detail about that at the seminar. But again, if you have any questions and you want to schedule a consult with us, just reach out. We're here.
Yep. All right. Do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Nope. My cell phone is 301-965-1155. Feel free to call or text. I'm here.
Okay, and mine is 4754-9265. Yes, I do have a Baltimore.
That's all right. The phone rings.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna end the live. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining. Let me know if you need anything. All right. Bye-bye. Good night.
I don't know how to end it. Okay.